It could have been in a sense. In recent years, Ford has sacked hundreds of its engineers to make room for AI, which it believed would be able to do those folks' jobs for less money. Guess what? It didn't turn out that way.
Oracle just cut 21,000 jobs chasing an AI-efficient future and paid $1.8 billion in severance to do it. Sebastian Siemiatkowski, CEO of Klarna, once said, "AI can already do all the jobs we humans do."
How do you see AI reshaping the banking landscape?
Well, I think it comes back to the vision that we had at Klarna 10 years ago, which was very basic. It said, in the future, there will be a digital financial assistant.
2 years later, he was quietly hiring people back. He's not alone. Ford rehired hundreds of engineers.
And what's Ford doing now? They're rehiring many of the same workers that they showed the door to so they could come back and do the jobs that AI couldn't do.
IBM's own AI failed at the one thing it was built to replace. Right now, nearly 2 in 3 companies that fired workers for AI are already rehiring. And for most, it's costing more than the layoffs ever saved. This isn't a glitch, it's a pattern. And by the end of this video, you'll understand why the AI replacement revolution might be the most expensive mistake corporate America has made in a decade, and why it's about to happen again. For years, the pitch to every boardroom sounded the same. Cut the payroll, keep the profit, let the machine do the work. And for a moment, it looked like it was actually working. Klarna became the poster child. Between 2022 and 2024, the Swedish fintech giant quietly stopped hiring and let go of roughly 700 customer service employees, replacing them with an AI assistant built with OpenAI. The numbers looked unbeatable. The system was handling 2/3 to 3/4 of all customer conversations, cutting resolution time from 11 minutes down to under 2. Klarna projected it would save $40 million in a single year. Siemiatkowski didn't hold back. Wall Street loved it. Klarna's valuation climbed. It became the case study every other CEO pointed to in their own town halls. And Klarna wasn't alone. Across the tech sector, more than 80,000 jobs were eliminated by mid-2025. Companies like Microsoft and Intel citing AI efficiency as part of the reasoning.
Microsoft is cutting more than 2% of its workforce, or roughly 4,800 jobs, joining other tech titans in a wave of layoffs as they shift investments to AI infrastructure.
Oracle alone cut over 20,000 positions and paid roughly $2 billion in severance, chasing the same bet. Economists at Goldman Sachs now estimate AI is still eliminating a net 16,000 US jobs every single month. This wasn't a handful of companies experimenting. This was an industry-wide bet, a belief that software had finally caught up to the org chart, and that the fastest way to protect margins was to remove the most expensive line item a company has: people. But bets built on projections rarely survive contact with reality. And for Klarna, McDonald's, Ford, and IBM, reality was about to send the bill. A bill, as you're about to see, that turned out to be far bigger than the savings it replaced.
McDonald's is putting value back on the menu.
McDonald's saw it coming before anyone else. They just didn't know it yet. In 2021, the fast food giant partnered with IBM to build something they called the Automated Order Taker, an AI system meant to run the drive-thru without a single human voice on the other end of the speaker. It rolled out to over 100 locations, and for a while it worked well enough to keep expanding. Then the internet found it. One customer watched in disbelief as the AI kept adding chicken McNuggets to her order, dozens of them, then hundreds of dollars worth. While she pleaded into the speaker, "Stop, please stop," another customer ordered a simple vanilla ice cream and drove away with an ice cream cone topped in bacon. These weren't rare glitches. They were viral, repeatable, and impossible to explain away as bad audio. By July 2024, McDonald's sent franchisees a memo ending the IBM partnership entirely, pulling the technology out of every restaurant that had it. Ford's mistake was quieter, but it cost more. The automaker leaned on AI-driven design and quality control systems to catch manufacturing defects before vehicles reached the assembly line. The exact job experienced engineers used to do. It didn't work the way they'd modeled. Charles Poon, Ford's vice president of vehicle hardware engineering, admitted the company had wrongly assumed that, quote, feeding AI its design requirements would produce a high-quality product without experienced human oversight. Over the following 3 years, Ford quietly rehired more than 300 veteran engineers just to catch what the AI couldn't. Then there's IBM, the same company that built McDonald's failed drive-through system, running into its own version of the same wall internally. IBM handed its human resources department to an AI system built to handle employee requests. On paper, it was a success. The AI resolved 94% of everything that came through. But the remaining 6% wasn't random noise. It was the hard cases, the ones involving ethical judgment, the ones that needed a human to actually think. IBM's own Chief Human Resources Officer, Nicole Lamoureux, put it plainly. If we don't continue to invest in entry-level hires, what happens in 3 to 5 years? There's no pipeline. The well simply dries up. IBM has since announced it's tripling entry-level US hiring in 2026. The same company that sold the automation dream now buying its way out of the hole it dug. 3 companies, 3 very different jobs. A chatbot, a chicken nugget order, a hardship claim. But one identical failure underneath all of them. AI could handle the average case. It couldn't handle the exception. And in customer service, in manufacturing, in HR, the exception is the job. So if the biggest, best-funded companies in the world couldn't make this work quietly behind the scenes, what does that mean for everyone else who's still betting they can? That question is exactly where the numbers get uncomfortable. Klarna, McDonald's, and Ford aren't outliers. They're the visible tip of something much bigger, and the numbers behind it are worse than any single company's PR team wants to admit. A February 2026 survey of 600 HR leaders by workforce firm CareerMinds found that 2 out of every 3 companies that made AI-driven layoffs are already rehiring. More than a third of them have brought back over half the roles they eliminated. And more than half started rehiring within just 6 months of the original layoffs. Meaning, some companies didn't even get a full year out of their own decision before reversing it. Here's the number that should really stop you. Nearly 31% of those companies say rehiring ended up costing them more than the original layoffs ever saved. Another 42% said the savings and the rehiring costs basically canceled each other out. That leaves barely 1 in 4 companies who actually came out financially ahead. Orgu's research puts a price tag on the whole pattern. Once you account for severance, lost productivity, and the cost of rebuilding a team, companies are spending $1.27 for every $1 they thought they were saving. The efficiency play, for most of them, produced neither efficiency nor savings. And the reversal isn't slowing down. Analysts at Gartner project that by 2027, half of all companies that cut customer service jobs because of AI will need to rehire staff to do the same work, just quietly, under different job titles. It's already visible in the hiring data. One job search platform's CEO, Lacey Kalani, described watching companies, quote, reposting junior-level jobs that resemble roles they eliminated 6 to 12 months ago. Same responsibilities. New title. No press release admitting why, and definitely no press release mentioning the billions Oracle already spent to get here. The rehired employees aren't replacing the AI. In plenty of cases, they're training it, handling the edge cases the model couldn't handle, and quietly building the next, slightly better version. Which means the layoffs weren't necessarily a mistake companies are walking away from. For some, they're a mistake they're setting up to make again, later, once the model's caught up, and once they've forgotten what the first bill cost them. So the real question was never, will AI take your job? We already tried, and the records show it wasn't ready. Because if the last 3 years, and $1.8 billion and a lot of quiet rehiring taught corporate America anything, it's that good enough on paper and good enough in the real world are 2 very different things. And right now, nobody's proven they've closed that gap for good.